Their salaries have barely budged. On average, the female athletes still take home less than 2% of their male counterparts' base pay. So, what's holding back the players from a much-needed payday?
We all know players have been vocal for a long time now about getting paid more. But here's the thing. Right now, their salaries are based on the league's income. And well, if we're honest, that income isn't huge. Like, at all. Basically, players wouldn't be making anything if it wasn't for league support. But hey, there's good news. The WNBA and its players have a golden opportunity to grow the audience, which would mean more cash for everyone.
Has been a great scorer, and for Dallas, rookie J.C. Sheldon thrown into the mix. Clark goes behind her back to get by Odyssey Sims, and that electrifies the crowd.
Woo-hoo, a little stank face on that one.
The college basketball phenom and arguably the most popular women's player ever. Her arrival in the WNBA should be a game changer. More fans, more hype, more money for everyone. This is the kind of opportunity leagues dream of. But hold on a sec. Things just got a little Real Housewives in the WNBA. Apparently, some of the league's biggest names aren't exactly thrilled about Clark's arrival. There's been some serious shade thrown her way, which, let's be honest, makes the whole growing the league thing look a little shaky. Is this going to be the golden opportunity that goes bust because of some internal drama? Look, I get it. Newcomers stealing the spotlight, all that jazz. But come on, ladies, Caitlin isn't here to take anything away. She's here to shine a brighter light on the entire WNBA. This is a chance to elevate the whole league, to get young girls everywhere hooked on women's basketball. This jealousy narrative, well, it just fuels the fire for those who already say women can't support each other.
The thing I wanted to bring up was just, I don't want to call it hatred, but there's definitely like a dislike or vitriol coming her way towards older players. And look,
All right, first up in the questionable comments category is Lexi Brown. Now, Lexi's known more for her interesting takes on the Gilbert Arenas podcast than lighting it up on the court. During a recent episode, she seemed to suggest that with total control of her college team, she could have put up similar numbers to Caitlin Clark.
Now, who plays like Caitlin is what I'm saying from a female. Who do you think plays like her? Haven't seen a female play like her.
No, me either.
That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's like from a freedom standpoint, too. I haven't seen a player with that type of green light before in college.
That's fair enough. That's all I'm saying. I've never seen the style of what she plays.
I mean,
I've never seen a female play like that
I've had games
like that.
I've had games in college and pro, 6, 7, 8 threes made.
Now, let's be real here. A little healthy competition is great, but this feels more like, well, let's just say it's not the best look. Here's the thing. Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Lexi's a solid player, but their careers aren't exactly comparable. So when someone who averages less than 2 points in multiple WNBA seasons says she's as good a scorer as Caitlin Clark, it's a bit delusional, wouldn't you say? I mean, she should be hyping up Caitlin Clark for her achievements, not trying to tear her down by saying even a player like her, who's an average player at best by the way, could have accomplished the same things. Up next, we have the legendary Diana Taurasi. Now, Taurasi's a baller, no question. But when it came to the #1 draft pick this year, some people thought her comments were a little, well, shady. When it came down to who should be the top pick between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers, here's what she said.
I'm taking Paige. Next question.
So you'd get the #1 pick this year, you would take Paige over Caitlin?
Absolutely.
Hold on a second. Didn't Clark's team absolutely destroy Bueckers' team in the NCAA tournament? Steal their lunch money kind of beat them. Plus, Clark's got this insane popularity. Her highlight reels are practically viral sensations. You know what that means? Fans, jerseys, tickets, a goldmine for any WNBA team. We all know sports are a business first, right? Entertainment comes in second, and then maybe, just maybe, the actual sport itself. So, with Clark's star power, she seemed like the clear winner, especially for someone like Taurasi, who's been one of the biggest voices fighting for better WNBA salaries. Here's the thing, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? A popular player like Clark could bring more attention to the entire league, which ultimately benefits everyone. I mean, that's the plan, right? And let's not even forget that whole reality check comment Taurasi made about Clark struggling in the pros.
They can expect when they come to the W.
What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP,
reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you know, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Again, you'd think Taurasi would get behind the one player with some mainstream recognition. Well, believe it or not, Taurasi's basically saying, don't expect Diana Taurasi to be that good if you tune in for her. I mean, that's not exactly the ambassador material the WNBA needs. But hey, maybe Taurasi just saw a younger version of herself in Clark and something clicked. Maybe a little bit of been there, done that snuck in. We've all been there, right? That feeling of wanting to protect your turf, even if it's subconscious. Or maybe, just maybe, there was a hint of jealousy. Don't get me wrong, Taurasi's a legend. But wouldn't it be cool to see her embrace and support the next generation of stars? And speaking of legends and their thoughts on Caitlin-Clark, another WNBA star who might be feeling a little green about the Caitlin-Clark hype is Breanna Stewart. Stewart wouldn't call Clark the GOAT of the game because Clark, well, didn't win an NCAA championship like Stewart did way back with her powerhouse UConn team.
So there's been this hot take debate about, you know, do you need to have a championship for legacy when you talk about a women's college basketball player? You are the expert on this since you have 4.
Yeah.
Does Caitlin-Clark need a championship to be considered one of the greats in women's college basketball history?
Yeah, she does. I think so. Because then you're gonna look 10 years back and you're gonna see all the records she's broken and the points and stuff like that. But anybody knows, you know, your goal when you play college basketball is to win a national championship. So you need one.
Now here's the thing. Stewart has been on TV complaining that WNBA players don't get paid enough. And honestly, some fans found her constant grumbling about money and her whole entitled vibe kind of a turnoff. You know, not exactly helping the league grow. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if Stewart could swallow that pride and support Clark? Clark's a superstar in the making. Exactly what the WNBA needs to get that bigger paycheck Stewart's been fighting for. But nope, jealousy seems to be winning. Makes you wonder if Stewart really wants the best for the league or just a bigger slice of the pie for herself. But it's not just Breanna Stewart throwing shade at Caitlin-Clark. Chiney Aguamike, who some might say spends more time analyzing the game than actually playing it these days, also wouldn't crown Clark the GOAT.
And hey, is Caitlin-Clark the best player ever? What is the answer?
I will say respectfully, no. Caitlin-Clark is not the greatest player of all time.
Think about it. Most college ball fans are all over Clark, showering her with GOAT talk. But these WNBA vets just won't budge. Is there some serious jealousy in the air or what? Because let's be honest, some of the pushback has bordered on bizarre. Take WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops, for example. This one went straight up villain mode, criticizing Caitlin-Clark with a bunch of lies.
You asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record? I don't think so, but yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin-Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is, but that's the way it'll be. And I don't think, so people say, dang, like he or she's killing them, but you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old. Like, you should be killing them.
Now, why the negativity, Swoop? We all know her facts weren't exactly factual. Seems some folks just don't want Clark to be the new face of the WNBA. Jealousy much? Here's the kicker, though. Swoop might be onto something, accidentally. Remember Diana Taurasi? Yeah, she kind of hinted at the same thing. Basically, some WNBA players who've been vocal about wanting better pay could be sabotaging themselves. All this Clark jealousy might stop them from supporting the one player who could actually bring in more fans and bigger paychecks. Think about it. They'd rather see players nobody knows or cares about getting shine instead of Clark, who could be a ratings goldmine. Makes you wonder if they are hurting the entire league just to prove some weird point. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in the next one.